I am going to use the white part of the green onion to heat up the pan, and I'm going to slice them in diagonal. I will be using 2 cloves of fermented garlic. If you're interested in this recipe, I will I'll create a video for you. And I just decided to change the lighting here. In any case, slice the garlic and you'll be using them later. Now the water is boiling. I will be adding some baking soda to 1 teaspoon of baking soda per roughly about half a quart of water. The role of baking soda when cooking ramen using pasta, angel hair pasta, is to balance out the pH, making the consistency of the noodle very similar to that of ramen. Unlike cooking pasta, you won't be adding any salt or reserving any of this liquid water when you finish the dish. Now each brand has its own cook time, so please take a look at the box. For this brand, it would only take me about 4 minutes to cook this pasta. So I am going to take it out 1 minute before that. So just cook for about 3 minutes for this brand I have. Of this mushrooms, I know it looks kind of bad, but yep. So I'm gonna use one of these mushrooms. It doesn't look that bad. So that's king oyster, and I think this is some kind of oyster mushroom as well. I think this would be great. Maybe one more. Yeah, I think this is gonna be perfect for this amount. So all I'm going to be doing is just to tear them. There's no visible dirt, so you don't necessarily, number one, I was told to never really wash your mushrooms just because it absorbs a lot of water. So don't do that, and I am not going to do it. So with this one, I'm just going to tear it. A little bit of chicken fat along with some neutral fat. This is probably about like 1 teaspoon. And along with that, I'm going to add a little bit of just olive oil, part of the ginger. For those of you who are wondering what happened to the ramen noodles, don't worry, they are in a great place, away from warmth and a lot away from water. Now, I'll be doing something that many of the cooking enthusiasts would think it's completely blasphemous, and it is, because I'm crowding this pot with tons of mushrooms. But the reason behind is I want all of the liquid to be in this one pot. That's reason number 1. And reason number 2, I don't want to wash too many dishes at the end. I just want to have everything in the same pot. Now, I'll be cooking this for roughly about 3 to 5 minutes. It isn't 2-3 minutes yet, but I just kind of want to see what the bottom looks like and shift it a little bit. Which is a big no-no as well, because you really want that to develop color. But that's why I do it, because I'm hungry and because I have to work. But look at it. It's already beginning to shrink inside. Oh my god, it smells amazing. Perfect time, in my opinion, to add garlic. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to sprinkle in the fermented garlic. So I did mention that I don't want to really too much work here, but well, actually, let me finish my thoughts. So the mushroom is pretty much ready. See, all the liquid is already come out, and I'm really not trying to. So that's also why I don't want to have it in a separate pot, because there's all this delicious liquid that will come out of the mushroom. Oh my god, this one is calling my name. So I'm gonna have this. But I almost forgot. You should always season the food along the way. So, salt. Seems like it's a lot, but I promise you it isn't, because I just don't have the best grater. Now I'm gonna try it again. That's also why I cook more, because you have someone like me who's gonna taste along the way. Yum. Okay. Now time for the broth. You're wondering why it looks a little gelatinous, because it's not necessarily chicken. It's not chicken broth. It is not chicken broth. This is actually a pork broth that I made using a chicken foot. So don't get grossed out. And I'm gonna turn the heat back on high as it boils. This is almost ready. Okay, so while the whole egg situation is happening, I'm just gonna let you see this. I was about to add some miso to it, and I tasted it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it doesn't need anything more. So I'm gonna add the spinach on the side and let it continue to cook. When I say don't need anything, it doesn't need any more seasoning. Like, that's perfect the way it is. Now, after I added this, I may need something else, but I'm gonna have it seasoned to taste. I'm just gonna add this, and I'll use green onion later. And then I'm just gonna turn off the heat and let the steam cook, because I still have the egg that I'm cooking. Time to assemble this meal here. Let's see, dump the water. So first, of course, the noodles. So next is going to be soup. Oh, yum. Spinach on one side, mushroom on the other. Oh my god, this is amazing. And then some green onions. Okay, so I think I might have mentioned this before. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken fat in here, just a dab of it. But before that though, actually let me taste the broth here. It's good. Maybe it needs a little bit of salt right now. And I think I might have mentioned I'm going to add a little vinegar. So this is not really vinegar. Oh my goodness, this one smells so good. So this is actually vinegar that is made from the salt and water, and through the process of fermentation, it becomes really acidic in taste. And I have just a tiny little bit, maybe like half a teaspoon of chicken fat, just for flavor. Okay, now the moment everyone's been waiting for. Yeah, it's fully cooked. Anticlimactic. So there you go. Really quick mushroom ramen noodle soup for lunch.
Yummy.